So you've probably clicked on this video because you want to know if your mid-level PC can in fact handle a high-end graphics card. And let me tell you right now, this PC right behind me is about as mid-level as we can get in these modern days. So you can't see it very well. I'm going to power it on for you. There's no RGB. There's nothing fancy. When I turn it on, you don't see really anything. It's very unassuming, and I know the lighting makes it hard for you guys. I'm terrible at lighting. But basically, there's a CPU cooler fan with 2 blades on it. This is a thermal Peerless Assassin. I have 3 fans here, 2 fans in the top. To give you the specs, this is a Ryzen 5 5600X, which by all definitions is an AM4 CPU, and it was mid when it came out. People would still probably consider it mid. If you're spoiled and an enthusiast, you might consider it low end. I'm gonna say it's not. I would say mid's fair. It has 32 gigs of RAM. It's a Corsair DDR4 3200 megahertz. It has a 2 terabyte. Now, you guys, when we're talking mid here, this thing has a 2 terabyte SN850P. If you don't know what that P stands for, it's actually a PlayStation M.2 NVMe SSD. So I actually stole, oh wait, maybe there is, speaking of that, you guys might not be able to see that in the light, but there is a light shining off of the PlayStation 2 SSD. So I found one extremely cheap and threw it in here and hoped it worked. And the motherboard is so basic that it doesn't have any RGB headers or anything on it. So that's why none of these fans are colored at all. So this is, in every sense of the word, as basic as it gets to the graphics card. The graphics card is a 9070 XT. Now, if you're unaware of what that is AMD's latest and greatest graphics card that in the current market costs around $750, which is a high-end graphics card. Regardless of who you talk to, what you think, you guys are gonna get to see it perform. So basically what I wanted to do today was take this very unassuming PC and also, just a side note here, the graphics card is so large that I literally had to wedge it in here and squeeze it past this fan. It barely fits. This case is not that large either. It's an unassuming case as well. So anyway, what I wanted to do was take you guys through this very mid-level. Some of you are considering this high-end on the equipment that you have now compared to what you're using, which is completely acceptable, and I am okay understanding that too, because a PC of a 5600X build is probably about $700 to $1,000 depending on the components in it. So mid is what we're calling for like the enthusiasts and people that stay up to date on hardware generation. That's the term I'm using it as. But what I wanted to do was take this very unassuming PC and show you guys a high-end graphics card in it. And if you're in a similar situation where you go, I've got this hardware and I bet that this high-end graphics card is gonna just bottleneck super hard, I might be wasting my money, I need to upgrade everything else. Well, I wanted to take this video to give you guys an opportunity to see some gameplay. So we're gonna run through Arc Raiders, Black Myth Wukong, Borderlands 4, and Spider-Man 2. Now I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I haven't gamed on it at all. I haven't had a chance to use this 9070 XT. I've been too busy. I did install stuff and have to, set the computer up, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it was really fast on all of that, so I'm expecting it to be quick. So real quick before we do get into the gameplay, I've recently began to put together a newsletter where I update you guys on the types of content that I'll be releasing, and also I'm going to put stories in there that I'd just like to share that I'm not going to share on here, or I might not go into as much depth. So like last night there was a guy on Facebook Marketplace. He had a PC for sale that I offered him $250, and I always like to get to the base of why people are selling things. Turns out the guy needed money for rent, so I was like, here dude, let me help you. I helped him figure out how to take a video of the PC properly, a new picture, relist it with the correct specs. He ended up selling it for $400 today. So I helped him last night at, I think it was like 9 o'clock at night, and today I think it's noon. It's noon. So in less time, he could have sold it for more, but he needed rent in a couple days. So I'll share stories like that on there on the newsletter as well. In addition, so it's a free service. There is a $5 monthly service on there where you get all of that great stuff. And if you are subscribed for 3 months, I'm going to do a biannual giveaway on this channel where I give away a PC to one of the subscribers on the newsletter. So if you are interested in the newsletter itself and then you want to spend another $60 a year, there's a sale on there where you get, I think, $10 off if you do it for a whole year. So $50 for a year or $15 for, 3 months or whatever it is. You can enter in for a chance to win a PC. You do have to be in the United States. I have done PC giveaways on my channel before where I held an axe throwing contest. Feel free to go check out that video as well after this one. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay. I'll stop gibbering and jabbering, and you guys can see how this mid-tier PC with this high-end graphics card is going to perform. All right, so again, I haven't gamed even a minute on this thing yet, so I don't know what it's preloaded to, what we're looking at, what the expectations are, but we have Arc Raiders loaded up here, so you can see in the top left all the important information, so the GPU temperature, the utilization, how much watts it's using, or how many watts it's using, the usage of the VRAM itself, the CPU temperature, utilization. So what we'll be able to tell is if the CPU gets really throttled, but then the GPU never goes high on percentage, that means that we're most likely looking at a bad bottleneck. But let's go ahead and jump into what settings we are running here and kind of break down what to expect and how this is going to look in this game. So this is a 1440p 165 hertz refresh rate monitor. We are running at 1440p, no frame gen on, VSync off, AMD anti-lag. I also have not used an AMD card since the 9060 XT 16 gig, and that was 3 or 4 months ago, and I don't remember it that well. AMD FSR 3, I'm assuming, is fine. I think, isn't FSR 4 out now? No, okay. We'll leave it balanced. Everything is set on Epic, so we have no frame gen, right? Frame gen is off. So we have frame gen off. You can, wow. The fidelity looks pretty cool. So 66% utilization of the CPU, 84%. Hopefully you guys can see this, but that looks pretty solid. I don't like the hair, if you can see it here. It kind of looks poor, but that's again a nitpicky. I don't know what it would look like on a 5090, but this looks pretty solid. So I mean, even if you look up at the trees and everything, wow, this looks really good. I probably should have started out a little closer to other real humans. So I'm gonna get in this fight. I want you guys to see the FPS. Did he move? Oh shoot. Do you see me? Who are you looking at? Oh, I got myself killed. Well, guess I'm pushing this guy. Don't know where he went. Ow! Yep, this is gonna be the end for me. So 70 FPS. We're still not in a ton of action here. Oh, they found him. Okay. You know what, man? Can you chill for a second? I'm gonna die. It's the end. It's the end for me. Oh, that's that guy shooting me, isn't it? Okay, well, we managed to get one. Now we gotta figure out where that guy is, too. Okay, we're pretty low here. Maybe if we can just not get hit by this. I think he's shooting me now. Yeah, that's fine. So I died here. It's still stable frames. You know, the GPU got utilized pretty heavily. Oh, this person might actually get me up. Are they gonna get me up? Oh, no. He said no. So, cool. I felt like that was pretty good, pretty solid. let's go ahead and check the next game. I think we're gonna do Borderlands 4. Now we've got Borderlands 4 loaded up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the settings that we are running on this. I'm just leaving everything basically on the default. We could tune things down and get way more FPS. Still 1440p. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Preset on high, no frame gen, medium, 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 off, low, 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 low. We could definitely crank things up. We're getting 120 FPS. Again, that's without frame gen. So I feel like this game may perform a little higher than than we did in Arc Raiders. Sorry, losing my train of thought there. So the CPU utilization is all the way maxed. We'll kind of try to keep an eye on it. Wow, I'm bad. I'm real bad. We're gonna try to keep an eye on if like we drop down, if there's any stutters, 100 FPS. Wow, I'm terrible. Their little heads are so small. 98 FPS. We're pretty much getting like max GPU utilization here. Yeah, 94%. Temps are good on both. Where are we at? Oh, this guy. Ow. Ow. Oh, I'm dying here. Ah! Wow, we almost died. Yeah, I'm still seeing really good usage here. This is obviously using a little more of the VRAM. Nothing's even gotten close to 8, so this is a 16 gig card. I guess I should heal here. You know, that's worth mentioning. This is a 16 gig card. I haven't used this shotgun yet. That seems pretty strong. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm still running pretty solid here. I mean, if you guys really want, and I'll do this here, we can drop some of this down. Like, let's just drop it down to 1440p medium. There's no reason to, but 100 FPS. I mean, the graphic fidelity did get worse. Wow, their little heads are so hard to hit. I'm terrible at this. Ow. Probably need to go heal. Yeah, I don't know that I would drop it anymore. I probably would just stick on the high. I mean, it's a very playable 880. And here, so we'll do this too. We'll also go back to high here and we'll add some frame gen on. I don't think we need it. I'm curious what it's gonna end up looking like. Oh, upscaling is disabled anyway. Oh, here we go, basic. Let's add some frame gen. Was that on this one? I can't remember. Frame generation. Oh, here we go. How do I do that? Upscaling, FSR, frame gen on. All right, so we've got to wait for these shaders to be compiled. Sorry, I'll edit this part out. Okay, so we're back. So we've got frame gen on, upscaling quality balanced, FSR. Let's go ahead and apply this and yeah, so now we're getting 140 FPS. Oh, actually, wow, wait, did that make the game? Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have gone with this on Arc Raiders because that made the game, like, the quality go up a lot more. I'm gonna stop shooting this gun now. That made the quality go up like quite a bit. All right, finally. Wow, 140 FPS. This still looks really, now there is some moments whenever I like turn and stuff that I'm seeing, did that kill him? It did not. That should probably do it, right? Why is this thing still alive? All right, let me try this gun. Okay, cool. Do I feel like whenever I turn, I notice some stuff? Maybe that frame gen did help a lot. Wow. Okay, perhaps I should have tried that in Arc Raiders. Let me go ahead and turn it off again real quick. You know what? It's going to make it way worse. Yeah, let's go ahead back and turn it off real quick because I do want to look at that really fast. So FSR disabled, frame gen off. Yeah. Wow, actually maybe. We're going to stick right here and go turn it back on. Let's try that. FSR, frame gen on, apply. I don't know which fan it's forcing to kick on that hard. It does look a little smoother, and we are getting significantly more FPS, so maybe that's worth noting. Let's go ahead and go to Black Myth Wukong and give that game a shot. All right, you guys, so we are now in Black Myth Wukong, and I did want to point out one thing. You guys might be able to hear it throughout the rest of the video. I couldn't tell before, but there is this infamous problem with the 9070 XTs having coil whine. Maybe at some point it'll come on again, but it kind of sounds like a little bit like a screeching whining. So I didn't know if that was going to happen, but it is kind of. But anyway, we're in Black Myth Wukong. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual graphics settings that we have set up here. I kind of want to put this up to 100, but it won't let me. So I guess we'll do 175. What is NSXR? Let's do FSR 3, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. And this should be able to handle ray tracing. So let's go ahead and do, let's just try it at very high and leave everything on very high. Again, this is a, or not again, but this is a very, very, very graphically demanding game. Man, even on a 9070 XT, his hair looks terrible. Is there ever a point when that stops being the case? So far, what I am noticing is, okay, that does, wow. Look at that fire. Can you guys see that? That isn't, okay. There are some things I'm noticing. Wow, those stairs look really good too with the lighting. So there are some things, like I am getting a stable 80 FPS. I can't remember, did I enable any kind of frame gen on this? FSR 3, no frame gen. So we're getting a stable 80 FPS, 75. We haven't gotten to any fights. But look at that fire, the shadows, the lighting. I assume that you guys can see all of this. Wukong himself still kind of looks terrible. Like all of this looks really good, and then you get to the hair and the face, and I don't understand why. It's just such a bad thing there. I'm going to try to turn the frame gen on. I do want to see what that looks like. Auto. Okay, let's try that and see. Does that ruin anything? Yeah, that looks better. Look at his face. So this, oh, that put everything on the GPU. The CPU is not being used at all. Okay, so what I have potentially been seeing and what we are starting to see a little bit is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, frame gen places everything onto the GPU opposed to the CPU. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, I think things are getting defaulted now more to the GPU because you can see up here 85% versus 35%. Also, the temperatures have been really impressive the entire time, and that's all the VRAM we're using. So, but the wattage is pretty high, 300. Yeah, this does look really good, and I'm getting, 135 FPS. I'm not noticing any latency, like while I press keys. Fire still looks awesome. I mean, look at the details on this tree here. Okay, so there definitely is something to be said about playing on a GPU like this. And I was kind of getting disappointed in Borderlands 4 because I'm like, man, I've been running on a 2080 Ti daily is what I've been using. There's not that much of a difference, but this is significantly nicer. It is a much higher price point, but you know, it is nicer. Let's go ahead and just fight something real quick here. I know there's some things here, right? There should be some things here. Here we go. Okay. So 130 FPS. Let's see if we dip. Yeah, 112 FPS, but everything still looks like really solid. Look at this guy. Wow, there's a lot of detail on him. Cool. So I'm not gonna get to a boss or anything, but I feel like that's, okay. So when we're not in the light, you see the fuzziness again here. You guys might not be able to see that. I think that's just a Black Myth Wukong thing. So this is a very graphically demanding game, so I'm pretty happy with it. Let's go ahead and pull up Spider-Man 2 and then we'll kind of close out the video.
I will never let you go.
So we are in Spider-Man here. I did want to show you guys just some of the cinematics there because it looks amazing. And on the 9070 XT, that is super high quality. It's like almost movie quality there. I don't know what settings we're on actually. I haven't even glanced at it. 1440p, 165 hertz refresh rate, FSR, no frame gen on. Wait, why is this only on that? That's crazy. Ray tracing should be on. Everything should be set on this for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and set all this on, watch a little more of the cinematics, and then I'm gonna exit and let you guys see the actual gameplay, just because I want you to be able to see that as well. I was gonna try to just swing around and show you like some rooftop stuff. Wow. So I had this problem too with the 2080 Ti. That was running with an 8700F, a Ryzen 7 8700F, which is AM5. It's probably slightly better than the 5600X, but not by much. Anyway, whenever I tried to turn the ray tracing on, it just crashed. So I'm wondering if we did in fact overload the CPU there or what we did. There we go. Okay, cool. Ray traced shadows, ray traced ambient occlusion. Oh wait, I didn't show you guys the rest of everything. Graphics, so high, medium, high. We'll go ahead and turn this to very high. So let's try this. Take a look here. It should be letting me through to something relatively soon. So this is without frame gen on. We're still hitting, you know, 140 FPS in here. Wow, this looks so clean. Dang.
We have a bell for a reason. Take your seat.
This looks really good. Okay, I'm gonna skip. Except let me jump into doing some things. I don't remember if it lets me swing around. If not, I'm gonna cut all this part out and just go straight to. Okay. Okay, so this is on. Whoa. This is nuts. So GPU is still not pushed all the way, the CPU is not either. This is such good quality. Where does it want me to go? 90 FPS, wow. I wanna go up here real quick. This looks really good, 70 FPS. So again, having a 16 gigabyte card, if I try to do this on the 5070 that I had before, we're over 12 gigs of VRAM here. Temps are still great on both. I'm not getting the coil line, but this looks incredible. Wow, and you guys might not be able to see it in the screen, but like when I do jerk movements really quickly, like he's coming up here, there'll be like lines that go through them. Wow, this looks so good. Okay, cool. So this is like everything maxed out. I want to go up just as high as we can possibly get here. I want to go to, no, that's not what I meant to do. Very high, screen space, high. Can I go even higher? I can. So I want to just max it out because I think we can, and I think there's some room here. I want to see if we hit a bottleneck on 1440p here. Motion blur strength. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at how good Spider-Man looks here. And we like dropped no frames on this. Holy cow. Yeah, this is amazing. And this is supposed to be a very CPU demanding game. And this is a mid CPU. Wow. Okay. Cool. So that feels like a good spot to end. Wow, we're at 13 gigs of VRAM here and only 85% usage on the GPU. So I think there is 100% headroom to go 4K on this. I don't know if the 5600X would handle it. I think it would personally. I think we could push it further. But I don't have a 4K monitor, so I can't verify that. So let's go ahead and wrap this up real quick. Just talk about overall thoughts. All right, so if you were in a situation where you found yourself with again, mid, we're calling this mid, but I recognize that a lot of people watching this probably have hardware that is significantly older and graphics cards that are significantly older. So please recognize I'm only speaking to like connoisseurs of PC building, people that are in the PC master race that always are upgrading and kind of staying more relevant. AM4 is still a very great platform. In my opinion, it's still pretty modern. But mid in relative terms, still like compared to what's out right now, how long ago this came out, pairing it with a high-end graphics card, and I am extremely impressed. I have to be honest with you. There were some moments, especially in the beginning when I didn't use FrameGen, and we played Arc Raiders, but I should have turned FrameGen on because not only did the clarity and quality get really good, it allowed me to push the graphics even further. So Arc Raiders I don't think was the best example, but Black Myth, Wukong, Spider-Man 2, and even Borderlands 4 kind of showed that if you found yourself in a position with a mid-range computer and you had a graphics card that was at a good cost, a good price, like let's say right now you're rocking a similar system with, I don't know, a 2070 or a 3060, something like that. It's still a very solid system, but you could probably sell your card for $100 to $200 and pay an extra $400 to $500 and game at 1440p at basically the highest settings possible. So does it bottleneck it? Sure. 100%, there were moments, not bottleneck, but it could have performed better on like the new 9850 X3D, for sure. It would have gotten more FPS, it would have run even faster, but like we're starting to get to a point like with this that you guys saw. I mean, look at what's going on in the background. So it's dipped down a lot, but look at how demanding that is, and the game still looks incredible here. And it's going down to FPS, but it's using 13 gigs of VRAM, and it's basically almost maxing out both. So, we're getting to a spot here where if you're going to spend that much on the graphics card, do you really need to go spend more on the other stuff to get more? Like for 95, maybe even 97% of the population that game, this is fantastic. Do you need more than this? And I should be hearing this myself too, because I'm always tinkering and I want to try this, try that. Like, this is a really good setup. If you found yourself with a graphics card like that, go after it, man. Or girl. I don't think any women watch my channel. But anyway, so I hope you guys have found this video helpful. like I said before, please consider subscribing to the newsletter. I will put out what kind of content is going to be coming out. If you've enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and potentially subscribing if you want to check out other kinds of content that I do. As I mentioned, I've hosted an axe throwing contest where the winner got a free PC. Right before this, I tested out a 2080 Ti. And then I've also done things where like I built a $250 PC here in 2026. So if anything like that sounds interesting to you, or you want to click on one of these, I'll catch you guys in the next video.